Welcome everyone, my name is Jacob. Thank you for joining me. This is part two of our headlamp evaluation. In part one, we took a look at the box style headlamps and we evaluated them on a variety of fashions or facets. We looked at lumens, price, the lux, is it rechargeable, does it offer red, green, and blue, continuous battery life, etc., etc. And if you want to see the head-to-head comparison, I would encourage you to go to my Instagram page, and you'll find a lot of free info. But if you hit the link tree in my profile, you'll see this spreadsheet here that compares each of the 9 headlamps. So we had 5 box style headlamps. Now we're going to take a look at 4 cylinder style headlamps. And again, this is sort of a newer style, at least in my world, that not used to looking at. We're in a similar fashion. I have dunked these 4 different headlamps into a bowl of water, and in no particular order, I'm going to evaluate them each at a time. What I will say with the cylinder style, at least what I see, is it's just generally more durable than the box style. It just feels, well, it's a cylinder piece of aluminum or steel, and it's puts out more lumens. It detaches from a bracket in most cases, so you can set it down somewhere. It rotates at 180 degrees, whereas there's limitations to maybe sort of 90 degrees with the box style headlamp. So let's take a look at, we're going to start with Energizer. This is the Energizer headlamp, and it is $30. I purchased this off Amazon. It puts out 1,000 lumens, and again, the lumens are the output from the lamp itself. The lux score, or the lux number, is how it hits this light sensor either at my arm's length, and I evaluated it at 10 feet. And you'll find that on the spreadsheet on my Instagram profile at j_coons_hunts. So the range advertised for this light is 160 feet. That was actually relatively low compared to some of the other advertised headlamps. The lux at arm's length and 10 feet was also really low, and it had an IPX ingress protection rating of 4 in terms of saying that it's splash proof. As you can see, it survived the dunk test. It is rechargeable. It runs 55 hours on low. That is pretty high for this category of battery, and in fact, it's tied for the highest. It does not have red, green, blue as an option, and it has 3 light modes. It does not have a lock. It doesn't have a charge indicator. It doesn't have a strobe light or a motion sensor. Most of them don't have the motion sensor feature, but it's the general build is that it is very durable, and like all of the products in this particular group, most of them were all made in China, with the exception of the Petzl, which is a box style headlamp that was made in France. So solid headlamp if you're looking for something that doesn't have red, green, blue, and you want something that's durable and rechargeable. This is the let's see here. This is an Amazon brand here. This is Ftoyin, Ftoyin, and we're really impressed with this headlamp. It is $23. It puts out 1,000 lumens. Its advertised feet projection is 328 feet. It scored the highest in the lux scores at 10 feet and at arm's length, at very, very high. It has an IPX of 6, which is impressive. It obviously survived the splash test. You can see it has a charge indicator here on the end. It is rechargeable, or it can run off of a set of small batteries. I believe I can't remember the actual size, but here's the rechargeable battery. But you can recharge it right. If I can find that port, the recharging port is actually on the end here. You just have to unscrew the cap, and it should reveal itself. Oh, there it is. So it's right here where my finger is, and that is the rechargeable port. So very impressed with this headlamp. It has 6 light modes. It's highly durable. It runs 15 hours on, I believe, on high. It didn't tell me a low setting. It does have red as an option, and it does have a lock, as you saw. So if it's in your backpack, you can lock it. And it does have a charge indicator, as we saw on the end. So this would probably, I would say this is probably ranks very high in terms of across all categories for me. So the next lamp that we'll take a look at is the Jexree. This is also an Amazon brand. And this lamp I referred to earlier, it has a very high lumen output. It puts out 1,500 lumens. It broadcasts it very well across. If you're in the woods or in the field, I was really impressed with this light. The lux rating was not very high because, again, it's broadcasting light across a very wide landscape. It is an IPX6. It was $21, so that's 1.4 cents of a lumen. It runs 8 hours on low, and so that's a problem, because if you're wanting to use this in the backcountry, what have you, it's going to run. It's going to need another battery, or it's going to need to be recharged. It is rechargeable. It does have 11 light modes. It does not have a lock, or it does have a charge indicator in the sense that it starts flashing when it's on low, but it doesn't have a charge indicator as we saw with the previous headlamp on the side here. But it's highly durable. I was really impressed with this. For $21, you really could do way worse with a headlamp. Excellent headlamp if you want something just for tracking, maybe to stuff this in your pack and have maybe a primary headlamp, and this is as the backup. But highly recommend this. Our last headlamp here is the Peax. And Peax is a relatively new company to the outdoor space. They have some other products, and as you can see, the design and build is almost identical to the Ftoyin that I looked at. In fact, some of the components of it are exactly the same. You can screw off the cap here. You can see the charge indicator. You can screw off the cap here to recharge it. This lamp is $90. It puts out 1,000 lumens. That's 9 cents a lumen as compared to some of the other lamps. This is by far the most expensive headlamp that we're looking at. The projection is 490 feet. It did not do very well as it relates to the Lux score. I'm going to turn that off here, and you can take a look. It is very well built. It's very durable. It runs 55 hours on low. So if I were going in the backcountry, this is probably something that I would take. If it's just something for day-to-day hunting over the weekend, I don't know if I need to spend $90 on this headlamp. It does have the red mode. It has 8 light modes. It does have a lock. It has the charge indicator. It does have a strobe light, and it does have a setting where wherever you turn it off, it will turn back on to. So if you have it on red, when you turn it back on, it'll be red. This is also made in China. It's a solid headlamp. Again, it's the most expensive, and you have to determine for yourself if that's the amount of money that you want to spend on a headlamp based on a lot of the features that we looked at. In conclusion, what I will say is there's a lot of options out there, and you may decide that the box style is for you, or the new cylinder style offers something that's unique and different. For me, out of all of the headlamps, I think the Ftoyin headlamp, and I've used this season, was really the best intersection of value and versatility. It's $23. It's 1,000 lumens. There are some things. It does have the 6 light modes. It's rechargeable, or it can run on a set of batteries. This, to me, is the best value. I can see where I could use other ones. I was impressed with the Black Diamond. I do like this Jexree. The The Duracell headlamp at $20 is, as a really solid lamp, and something that if I'm just wanting to walk to a ladder stand and walk back, you could really save yourself some coin with something like this if this is the style that you like. But ultimately, what I would say is, evaluate on your own what fits your specific needs and for your specific situation. I hope you found this valuable. Please like and subscribe. Of course, it would be greatly appreciated. It helps support my channel and support me. And my hope is to continue to do more of these gear evaluations so that we can, as hunters, can understand what is most valuable and what is most versatile for our needs. Best of luck this season, and thanks so much. All the best.